Hello everybody and welcome back to Anno 1404, and we are in the middle of another transition phase. So with the upgrading of the citizens, we can now finally go for stone resource, and I do need stone a lot for the future. So we got the first stone deposit here. I want to rush for this right away. I mean rush for it, I want to go for it. And then we got the first stonemason then as well, right here next to it. Let's build us a road there. And by the way, I cannot build the normal dirt roads with a hotkey, so I always have to go to the menu. But soon we're not going to need the dirt roads anymore, and once I build the cobblestones, I have a hotkey for that, and then I can place the roads much faster than at the moment, just in case someone of you is complaining about that. Now, where is my other stone deposit? We got one here and one down here. Let's go for this right away. We still have the resources for it, also close to the coastal area, which is, yeah, a nice thing for us. And there we have our stone then as well. Then I'm going to add, and of course, a bit more coastal line here then as well. There we have that. So the stone is flooding in. We should be doing the same in Wolf's Haven. In Wolf's Haven, we don't have that many tools anymore though. So as we can see, lots of stone. There we have two closer together. So I think we're going to do this one here, right? There we got the first one. And here we got the second one, and then I can just place two of these stonemasons there. Stone is probably one of the most important resources. We are going to need lots of them, and that's the reason why I really spam these stonemasons right now. Speaking of tools, well, we don't have any... Oh, I could sell that ship for 18,000, but then I don't have a ship anymore. Let's purchase the tools that we have, because that is our next thing, and that's something we're doing in Wolf's Haven then, and that is our tool production. Right here we do have coal, we have the iron, so in Wolf's Haven that is important. Where is my flagship? There it is. With my flagship, or actually, wait a second, does the Vizier have tools? 10 tons. And
so tell me,
15 tons, Richard Northburg. Let's go for Richard, purchase the 15 tons of tools, get back to Wolf's Haven, and then we can start with the tool production, right? And we're going to deliver that then to, or we start our tool production here in Sleepy Hollow. We do have the iron deposits and we do have the space. It doesn't need much space, right? While that is on its way, we have a few tools available. Let's continue with our next production chain. Let's just check if we have... Oh, cider's going down. We need to ramp up the cider. And I will probably move one of these bigger production chains away from Sleepy Hollow soon. Most likely, actually, the cider. For that we need lots of space. We do have another island up here. Settling on yet another island is important. As you can see, we do need lots of islands for all of that. No idea. Settling on another island will make my opponents quite angry now every time I settle on a new island. I want the cider. Let's do the cider for now. Just, yeah, here, right? So I can squeeze it in there. I hope so. There we have another one available now. Let's build it up, and most likely, let's go for two more. Yeah, they take one tool each time, so it's fine. There we have one more, and there we have one more. This one is connected to that warehouse, and this one is connected to that warehouse. Right, our cider production. Oh, thank you very much, Grand Vizier. He sold us lots of tools, and actually I think we have now everything ready for our first tool production. Let's go for the first iron deposit. Reason why I need to rush for the tools is I want to become independent as soon as possible. At the moment, of course, we are totally depending on trading for the tools. And what I can see is the no, the iron is too close to the city. I'm not going to do that here. Let's take the tools with us, a bit of wood. And perhaps a bit of stone already, and get it to Wolf's Haven. Right? Because we want the tools, we want the sails, and then I can have the shipyard. We want to rush the ships as quickly as possible. And the good thing is, once I have my tool production up, I have an iron production up, and with that, I can start producing weapons. And we do need the weapons, because defense is the most important part early on. And we're still in the earliest of game here at the moment. Right, my opponents are still also weak, just like me, but once they have their weapon production up and running, they're going to rush with ships, and I do need to counter that. Richard, you have some tools for me. It's expensive, but money-wise, we're actually in a pretty good spot right now, so we can purchase more of that. I should inform the Emperor. I should also open up a tool import in Wolf's Haven, just in case, right, like this guy here. That is a bit too late now, but still. Now let's just see, where do we have the first iron deposit? This is rather close by. Let's go with this one as our first iron production. There we have it. And now, what we need a charcoal burner, obviously. We don't have a coal mine yet, so charcoal burner is the important thing here. This is producing coal for us. This one. Let's connect it. I guess here we could have our whole thing then right away. Oh, Giacomo, you sold me some tools there as well. Thank you very much. Then we have the iron mine. So the ore iron mine, and there is also a new cool building, the deep iron mine later on, that gives us infinite resources. That is something that I appreciate very much later, because it just gets annoying at some point to always replenish them yourself. And we got the first smelter here now as well. Shouldn't affect the charcoal burner, it's not, it's still at 100%. And our first iron smelter is also now smelting the ore. Beautiful. This is a very important milestone. With that, we can open up now the toolsmith. There we have it. The toolsmith we can then add here. So I'm going to add a lot of these toolsmiths. And I have the smelters up here. Righto. Weapons. Where are weapons? We haven't unlocked the weapons yet. Have we? No, we don't have unlocked the weapons yet. I need to do that quickly as well. This is working. He has a direct connection with the iron mine. That is fine. And that means we can add... Yeah, actually, two tool makers. We can afford that too. There we have the tool makers now, producing us the first tools. That is not enough though. We're going to add a second production chain there soon. Oh, search party. Find a treasure for the Lord. Search party to 2 islands, and it cost me 3 tons of tool each time. How much would we get out of this? A bit of gold coin. Not so bad. We would need 6 tons of tools. We have that in Sleepy Hollow. Let's go for them. My Daria is also coming with lots of tools. Where is that Byte? Oh, it's far away. The quest is far away.
Forgive me for bothering
yeah,
you.
and this quest I didn't finish, but wasn't a good reward. We can upgrade 2 more citizens there. So then we have 6 tools, exactly how much we need. And look at that. It's incredible how much they need. Pottery. I don't even have any idea about this. We need coal. So the charcoal burner is important. Do we have coal in Sleepy Hollow? One coal deposit. Makes things a bit easier later. We need lots of these charcoal burners as well. So this is probably going to be my whole charcoal burner area here alone. Another stone deposit there. I think we have enough tools for that. Stone is important. Let's go with another one. And there it is. Right, and yep, the first tools is now coming in, so I got the first ones already, very good, and the second tools production is coming up then as well. Here in Sleepy Hollow, we have the 6 tons of tools, and let's go for the search parties. It's a bit of money, and money is not such a bad idea, plus the honor is also pretty good. Where's my Daria? On the way, very close now to Wolfshaven. And there it is. And let's get the wood and also the tools off board. Oh, by the way, I'm losing some wood right now because I think my population is also consuming. Let's add another forester hut and another forester hut.
I'd be happy to help you.
Oh, and he's traded 10 tons of tools with that. We need to keep our money in Jack though there. Not purchasing too many tools. So, here, let's have another warehouse. I mean, it's a shame, right? We have a beautiful lake here. And I'm wasting that by building charcoal burners around it. Should we have them somewhere else, the charcoal burners? I might have them down here. Right, we also have the iron deposit there. Let's have our charcoal burner farm here. To not pollute the lake there too much. Right, so there is one. There is one. Another one. And yet another one. Costing me 10 credits each time. On my balance. And also, of course, then our warehouse there connection. Very good. That's a lot of coal coming in. There we have another iron deposit. So I'm going to add another mine to this. Insufficient building materials. What? Oh! No. It's fine. There we have it. I'm going to build it and connect it there. So right, so we're getting the ore now from this ore mine, and that means once I have a bit of more wood, I can now build another smelter and another 2 tool makers. That is something that is perfect. Look at that. Tools is flooding in.
Like it.
Richard is also selling us something, and we're doing the quest now on our journey. So the tools is in. Let's just see how the sailmaker are doing, right? That is our next thing. And for the sailmaker, we also need hemp. The good thing is in Wolf's Haven, we have a hemp fertility. We need hemp not only for the sails, but also for clothing, line weaver, right? For linen garments. So that is going what we're using here in Wolf's Haven, a lot of hemp farms. And probably also having our cider production here, or our clothing production. And meat is open now too, the cattle farms. That is actually something. Wolf's Haven, meat fits, right? Having the cattle farms here, that fits. Let's have my warehouse, my next one, down here. In Wolf's Haven. Oh, wood is really something that is lacking in Wolf's Haven. Do we consume wood? We don't even consume wood at the moment. Yeah, no idea, but we're going to need to do something about that. My Daria is here. My Daria can be back to Richard Northberg, purchasing more goods for us. And we are also reaching the first island now for the quest. So as we can see, we're on the treasure hunt now. There is the guy. On this fine day, as it seems, on this uninhabited island.
Treasure hunters.
We have not found any treasure here, so we still need to go to this island down there, far in the southeast, far away from everything. So our 2 ships that we have right now need to suffice. I still cannot go with another trading route yet. And in Wolf's Haven we have now our wood finally in, so I can now start with the hemp farms. And let's just check this also. How many farms do we need here? 4. So this stayed the same, so that means we can add 2 of them together. I'm going to need to do this quite often though, right? So we're going to have also 2 more here. There we have them. And let's have a road connection then. Yeah, this is better. And then we can add those farms now to it. 4, that's a fine number. It's not too much. And as we can see, we can squeeze that in here nicely. Also, let's use this one first. Squeeze it in here. Oops, that was not intended. But rather this way for more fields. And also here. And you can already see how production is now really ramping up. So this is of course getting faster and faster, the more buildings, you know. So soon all these islands will be full of production buildings. Lucky for us at the moment, these production chains are rather simple. They're getting more complex then as well. So we have the hemp farms. As we can see, the first hemp is now growing. I would have other uses for this, but we need it for sail making and clothing. In Wolf's Haven. Money-wise, 400. I might be expanding now. And by the way, we can now also upgrade our warehouse here. Let's do this. This gives me, for this first upgrade here, more storage resources, obviously. Tool-wise, yep, I could afford it. Let's have another marketplace while we're at it and expand our town. Right, so up here. Yep, and then I could have another one. I need to be careful here now to not leave any space open there in the center especially. So this one needs to be a bit closer. Right, and of course, I also want to have more main roads. So there is a main road, our first main road, and we're going to add now a second main road then as well. First of all, let's... Oh, he wants 1,700 coins so we can keep the peace, and I'm going to pay it.
This is a reasonable
Unfortunately,
sum.
I'm going to pay it. I cannot afford any war at this point. So what I'm doing here now is I'm going to branch out my main street. So we're going to have a little plaza here then later as well in the city itself. And of course that means more space for us then as well. We don't need a train like in Anno, but it's still nice to have these main avenues going through the city. That we have the marketplace. And of course I'm also mixing up the layouts now a bit so it doesn't look the same, everything here. We still have a bit of wood, so I might just go with a few more houses than here in the outer skirts. So this is more like the outer skirts right now. There we still have a bit of room. in the center. Oops. Yep. Let's add those streets there. And I could still have something here. I'm going to build my cathedral then here in the center somewhere. This should work out fine. Resources wise, we're pretty low now. Everything here is looking good though, right? So clothes perhaps is not. My ship is arriving down here at the island
was sighted.
for another treasure hunt. And let's just have a look at diplomacy there too. Cardinal, no chance. G4 no chance. Nope, it's too low. Oh god. I'm not prepared for any war at this point.
Found a treasure.
We have found the treasure. Let's get it back to Richard. And my Darius here. Let's also purchase some tools there right away. That's the only thing I need for the moment. Actually, I don't need to purchase tools anymore. We are going to have a second smith here now. A smelter. Right, and with that, I can now have another toolmaker. 2 more toolmakers, in fact. So let's add them here. Right, this is it for now. So that's a lot of tools that we produce this way. So I can now close my trading imports. Money-wise, we're really fine with the money we make from our peasants. And my hemp farms also need attention. So there we have the sailmaker. And I think for those 2 hemp farms, I'm going with the sailmakers. Right, so I'm going to squeeze one in here. And, oh, the wood is missing. There we got the first one, the rope yard. And then I will have a second one, right? And then I can start. 2 are perfectly fine. That's a lot of ropes coming in. Then I will have my linen garments that I can squeeze in there. And also my meat. So linen garments and meat is going to be on Wolf's Haven primarily. There's not much more we can actually squeeze in here. This island is still for the taking. I'm surprised by that. There's wine on it. We have this one here for the beer. We have this one here for the bread then. And we still haven't discovered anything here close to Sleepy Hollow. Also something we should be doing. Daria is on the way. So, Daria has arrived. Let's unload the tools that we have. We're pretty much maxed out on the tools now. Actually, let's take some tools and some wood with us. So just in case we find an island here, I can settle on it. And since we have the resources, let's continue. Even though resource-wise, the wood is still a problem. We can upgrade this warehouse here now. So we can have 2 cars coming out. And we're going to need that because I'm going to add 1 more forester, another one, and yet another one. Wood is important. So I'm going to add a few more of those guys there. Righto, this is working, and with all the wood coming in, we can now focus on our... So we have 3 productions here. The coal that we need for the citizens, the linen garments, and the meat. So those things are important. Here we have the hemp, the second rope maker we can build now.
Island has been sighted.
There it is. So we have now everything for ships, by the way. We have now the ropes, the wood, the people for the shipyards. That is something we can do. We have a new island here now as well, with honey, very important, and lots of river slots. So I'm just going to settle on this without checking on anything else. Wait a second. I don't want to have this trade post though. This looks oriental. This is in... Oh, this is a beautiful island. My flagship. Should we risk it? Or build it right now? Huh. Let's build it. So Kurang. Kurang has an oriental building in a western island, but it's fine because it's kind of like on the border, right? So it's the first oriental town more or less.
What can I tell the Emperor?
Let's build a warehouse there. In fact, let's build 2. Belongs to us, especially for the river slots. It's amazing for the paper making later. We can turn in the quest for a bit of money there and honor. Also, Guy wants now money from us.
Feel free.
And we don't need to purchase tools anymore. That is a good thing. Let's take the wood though that we have back to Wolf's Haven. And with Daria here, let's see if we can find another island again. So we got... Let's just have a look at the map here. Really lots of islands now around our main island. Right? They're all going to supply the main island later on. All of them for Sleepy Hollow. In the Orient, it's a bit more complicated. This is something, yeah. We are around Venice at least. That is a good thing, I guess. Alright, Sleepy Hollow is, well, sleepy at the moment because I'm preparing a lot of
A player has
goods.
opened up new land.
Right, I'm preparing a lot of things there in Wolf's Haven right now. So Sleepy Hollow is sleepy at the moment, but once everything is finished, it's going to be boosted a lot. We can add a bit more clothing here though. Yeah, one more for now. Let's have this one here. More sheep farms. And because I'm preparing 3 goods here and the tools, so once all of that is finished, I'm going to ship all of that to Sleepy Hollow and we can go right to Patricians, the next level. So, we do this down here. We have the money still, even though what we're doing now is going to be very expensive. There is going to be another warehouse for the linen garments. So for that, we do need the hemp farms. I'm going to add now 2 here. Right, and I think... Wait a second, yeah. Alrighty, so we got now quite a lot of hemp farms here. 6 of them. That means we can have 3 of these weaver mills. I'm going to have more hemp farms than everywhere here. Oh, and this is something we need to address quickly. Once again. Nope, and he disappeared. So we got the first spy now in the town of Sleepy Hollow. That means expecting a fire or a plague or riot there soon. That is going to take a hit on the money then. But other than that, hopefully nothing else. So there we have them. And now I need 3 linen of these weaver huts here. So I'm going to add a lot of them. Then just wait a second. This one has it. Let's upgrade the warehouse there. And then we can have these linen garments here. Or weaver mills. Right, and as we can see, we can add a lot of here then. And here we can have then more of these hemp farms. So 3 of them, that is another production chain, and the meat is missing, and then I can ship all of that huge production on the linen garments that we need. It dropped our balance there quite hard, our money as well, so I really would like to go for my first trade route soon. We got Daria here, and Daria is going to be on our first trade route then, before we can really start with the ship production. One thing that I still want to do is the meat. So we have now the coal, we have the linen garments, and then the meat is the only thing that's missing. And then we really have Wolf's Haven made to one of our main production islands. And we're going to start with the meat here. Now that is something new, because the meat usually was for the nobles in the base game later, and we already have it now. So this could be a problem, because it's very expensive, as we can see as well, with the resources. So once again, what we have here with the meat farms or with the cattle farms is that it's 18 fields now and not 4 or 6 anymore. So they're much bigger, they take much more space. And I'm going to add 2 more here. And I think, or at least I hope, that is enough then for now. That we supply our town there with the juicy meat that we want, right? So that we have that. We have a bit of space now. Let's just see, for our butchers. Just here around the warehouse again. Or we keep the cattle here and have the butcher somewhere else. Might be also an option. Let's just see. There's the butcher. Takes into account those guys there. Let's actually make a bit of room here as well. I think this is a better idea. And have the butchers then here. Right, so 2 butchers right here in the center. Both of them are built now. Money-wise, we are getting in a dangerous territory there now. That is fine. That is now fine. This is it, right? So then we got our meat production. They're taking out the cattles. They also need salt. What I can see right now. Now we do have a salt production. Fortunately, we need to build it though. Where do we have the coastal area? I do need another warehouse for that. This is. They kept the salt production in as well, or the salt consumption for the meat. This is problematic because that is yet another building that we need to have that costs us, right? Let's have 2 of them. 2 of them for now. Let's get rid of that. And then we have those. Oh, they're on the water. 3 of them, right? Actually, they're on the water. I think I did a mistake then here, because I think you need to plant them. Let's get rid of that. And build them on the water. Yeah, you can have all 3 of them on the water there, right? Somewhere. That's pretty good. As we can see, they're working then on it. Slightly below water.
producing.
Alright, so the salt is continuing here now too. Let's just check our resources. Clothing and fish is going down in Sleepy Hollow. We're going to need... We don't have any tools here anymore. So, let's start the first trade route. Daria. Daria is going to be on that trade route from Wolf's Haven to Sleepy Hollow. And it's going to deliver 3 goods. The first one is the linen garments. The second is the coal. And the third is the meat. And we're going to unload these things here. So that's 3 resources on our first trade route. Right? And how do we call it? Well, Wolf's Haven. Basically, that's it. It's our first trade route. It has so many goods on board. I'm not trying to name it properly. Money-wise, I do have a quest from the Alsa here with 1,500 coin. My flagship is on the way with 6 tons of hemp to deliver that, so we can make something out of that. Yeah, well, Daria is now doing it. Where's Daria? Should be... Where's Daria? Oh, there it is. And as we can see, linen garments and coal, at least it has now. Meat, of course, still needs to ramp up. That's important. So this is going to boost our income. What we still don't need is, well, tools. Wait a second. For this one, since we do have a bit of room, let's take a lot of tools with us. And we're going to need all of these tools to upgrade my people in Sleepy Hollow. Right, let's send it over there. And unload all the tools, the coal and the linen garments.
Can I
Oh, and we finished the quest. That's a bit of money there as well.
You are playing a game.
I don't know why he doesn't like that. He likes it at least. And the citizens now get 3 more goods in. So that's going to boost our balance there a lot as well. Let's upgrade.
buildings are ready to be built.
And with more citizens, I can also open up more buildings, of course, as we hear right now.
You've got a good deal. Settlement.
And some honor there from Richard as well. We have now the potato farm. So this needs... Actually, it just needs grassland. Right, for the potato farm. We're going to have this on another island. What else do we need after that? The pottery. Pottery is then the last thing, I think. Yep. And then only service buildings. For upgrading, those people here want a chapel, of course, as well. Still. Oh, we have also unlocked the church now. A nice big building. We can actually build it. I'm surprised at that. I'm not doing that. It's really, really expensive. Let's have our chapel. Yep, I think here. For those guys. Oh, here. No. Yeah, let's have it here. There we're going to have our chapel, the next one. Righto. And also a tavern. Now the tavern cost me 2,000 coin. I don't have that. I will need it here. My tavern. Can I squeeze it in? That is good. That is really good. This is the spot for it. Let's build the tavern. I'm down to 1,800 coin now. This is dangerous at the moment. Do we have some meat coming in now too? There's also some meat now coming in. That's at least something. Another henchman. Unfortunately, since the city's getting bigger, it's very hard now to track them. We need to find them within, I think, 10 seconds, 15 seconds. And there's no way for me to find them. There's so many people here. They're usually close to the marketplaces. Not this one though. Is there actually really a henchman out there? And you've probably seen it already, but I don't.
Your settlement has been set afire.
Yeah, and there we got the first sabotage act as well with the fire. That means we need a fire station. I'm having one here now. And we got the first fire there as well. This is going to happen a lot now, or quite often. The piece is over. I'm going to upgrade in the meantime. And we're out of tools as well. Can I do some diplomacy there? Wait a second, we have enough honor. Let's upgrade to diplomatic action, ingratiate, so they have a higher chance. Let's unload. Oh, no, I need patricians before I can go any further. Allows the deep clay pit. Sea Harbor, K-Wall, nope, nothing there.
Now, come a little nearer.
Ah, do
Giovanni, come on. Ah, come on. Why is it failing? 65% all the time, and it's failing. 75% chance, it's failing. 55% chance, it's failing. Look at that. I don't think that these numbers really matter. It's just going to be a failure anyway on this difficulty. As we can see, fire is there, and some of these buildings are going to be destroyed. This sets us back a bit. My flagship is down here. I'm going back to Wolf's Haven. We need some more resources, especially the tools. It's full of tools. And I think in Wolf's Haven itself, we could now have the shipyard. Can we have the shipyard here? There's a small shipyard. 10,000 it costs us. We cannot afford that by a mile. Absolutely impossible. What I'm doing here...
can no longer control the flames.
What I'm doing here with my Daria, I'm going to say... No to the coal. Let's unload all the coal and load it fully with tools because I need that as fast as possible. Let's get it there. The flames are gone for now. The buildings have been damaged though. One has been destroyed. We can rebuild that. I need... Oh, come on. There's the next one. So now it's starting to really ramp up there with the fires. We do have the fire station, lucky us. Sink the fleeing ship. We don't have military ships at the moment. We have a flagship. 22 tons of mosaic. Where is the ship? It's down here somewhere, but I can't see it.
Production has been,
everyone's
been disrupted.
So Daria has arrived with more tools. Let's unload the tools. How's it looking with my goods? I think fish, yeah, fish is going down any second now, which is possible. We have so many fishing huts. It is purely impossible how this could go so low. Let's have it over here. There we're going to have some fishermen now. That should be really enough fish. But I think we could be finding an item that boosts that production. And let's continue with upgrading. Oh god. Fire's growing, but we cannot get distracted by that. We need to upgrade. What is going on here? Why is the fire so strong this time? Right, do I have my, let's just see, do I have my, yep, I have it, base of operations. I can build this, and this one finds spies then in my city, right, so once I have that. But in that case, at the moment, there's no way for me to really do anything about it. Yeah, we're going for war now with the Cardinal and Giovanni. Anytime now, they're going to do this. I need my shipyard. I don't have the money. That's why I need to upgrade more buildings here. Right, more upgrades on that side. What's going on here? Oh, there's a chapel missing. We should have another chapel here then as well. Even though it doesn't matter really anymore because my city is burning down anyway. It's spreading. Look at that. Can we afford? Yes, we can afford another fire station. I'm going to add another fire station here. Put those guys.
An inferno is
Cost me another 1,000 coin there. What is going on? It's spreading like it never spread before. I don't think that I ever seen this one. There we still have some upgrades. No tools anymore. What is Daria doing? Daria is continuing, very good. So those resources are really coming in plentiful now. At least that's something. And as we can see, except for the meat, it's all up. Fish should be going up now too. And the citizens are at level 2. Only those two things are missing, but yeah. I don't see myself continuing when there's so much fire. Shipyard. My flagship has arrived in Wolf's Haven in the meantime. What we can do is, first of all, let's load it full with tools. But we can sell some stone, and as we can see, some ropes there as well, right? I'm not building any ships at the moment. So I'm delivering the tools to Sleepy Hollow and selling the rest to Richard. Because we want to sell as much as possible now to make the 10,000. And we're losing more and more buildings here. It's incredible. those buildings are going down.
An enemy henchman is causing trouble in your
And in Wolf's Haven now too, we got some... There he is. Not easy to find. In Wolf's Haven it's easy because it's small, but in Sleepy Hollow it's bare impossible. So we're going also to need 2 slots there for the spy. For this one here, the base of operations. Right, so somewhere here they can find spies. But of course it costs. But look at that, this is much more cost. Much more expensive. Right, we got the tools and let's sail to Richard. And while the fire still rages, we need to continue building. So I'm going to build a chapel here. And we're also going to pay the tribute there, because I can't afford a war at the moment. Look at that. All these people rushing for water, and yet I lost so many buildings here. Right, those I rebuilt now. But, and there's a fire now here too. But where should I have my spy academies? We also can upgrade more. Let's do this. Upgrading is important for the money. There we have that. And fish should really not be going down anymore. It's up there, very good. Right, flagship is on the way. We have a balance of 700 at the moment. So that is looking good. Money is also important to pay these tributes. You know, as long as you can pay the tributes, they're basically not going to declare war on you. Sometimes they do, but not most of the time. In Wolf's Haven, let's just see. Wolf's Haven, of course, is capped at the moment. This is not good. We still have some resources for, or some fish there to build more houses. This also gives us more taxes then. So let's continue in Wolf's Haven with a few more houses. Here, and basically here another block. Righto. That's more money than for us. How is Sleepy Hollow looking? No fire for now. Very good. That means we can upgrade, right? How many want to upgrade? 6. 6 is fine. Let's upgrade those 6 guys. Down here we have 2 more, 3 more. Right, we're at 866 balance. So money is really flowing in right now, though it's still not enough. We still cannot afford a shipyard, or ships, that is. Upgrading more, and we need to have a very close look now on our resources there as well. I think meat is not really going up there. Why is that? Where's the bottleneck? The butcher's shops are producing, though. I think we just need more of them. Let's upgrade that building, and we might just add more cattle farms here then as well. But right now I really want to upgrade buildings. It's now paying off at least, right? Because we have that much.
Is destroying your settlement.
What? Wolf's Haven, we have a fire now too. That means I will also need a fire station here. And I'm going to have that, yeah, basically in the center. Fire stations are really expensive in this game. There we have it. Costing me 1,000 every time. My flagship is arriving now. We can sell the ropes, and ropes are worth a bit. Stone not so much.
I'd be delighted.
Right, so that's 2,000 coin that we get out of it. What we can also do in Wolf's Haven is we can start with selling a few things, right? So we can say sell some ropes if it's below that threshold, sell some stone if it's below that threshold, and I think coal. Tools. Let's sell some tools. Right? That's a lot of money coming in then with the tools.
Fire is raging in your settlement.
What's going on with this guy here? Oh, it's fine now. And there we sold already something now for 2,300. Brings us to 7,500. What I want to do while my flagship is now coming back, we still need the pottery, and we still need the potato liquor there. So right, the potato liquor was not so difficult. For the pottery, however, I fear something. I fear that we need to go to the Orient for that.
This choice of buildings should help you to find your feet here in the Orient.
Okay, so the pottery is something that we need to find in the Orient, I'm pretty sure of. What we still need to do here now is the weapons production, right? So we have the tools production. I'm pretty sure we now have lots of iron then as well, looking around. So that means we can, and I will, get up my weapons production now. And there we have it. There's the weaponsmithy. And the weaponsmithy, let's squeeze it in here. So we can have 2 here then. We probably will never need more than 2. But I have the space for it. I'm going to put this one here to Sleepy now, the toolmaker there, because we don't need that many tools at the moment. Right, that is one thing. My flagship is taking some resources now, because we still have the liquor as well to tend to. We are, by the way, at 1100 balance. That is amazing, in my opinion. That is a lot at the moment. Let's take the tools that we have, the wood,
An enemy henchman has been seen in your settlement.
Oh, come on, another one. Let's just see, there he is. And let's get this one to an island where I want to have my liquor. Here we have the honey. So honey is the only thing we'll basically have here. So I can also have my liquor here, right? I hope it's not that much space that I need for it. Here, that would be a good island too. Let's go for this island there. Frost Fam. I think it's better. And once again, we have a fire. It's a small one for now. Let's hope that it stays small. And then what I'm going to do is I need to upgrade my reputation with the Grand Vizier. So that is something I can do with the honor points to unlock the pottery. Right, here we can start then a new production. The only thing is we don't have the ships for it yet, but I'm going to have it soon. Let's send the flagship there, because I have 11,000 now. That means I can finally have my shipyard. I'm going to have my shipyard here in Wolfshaven, not in Sleepy Hollow, because in Wolfshaven we just have the production. It would be ridiculous to send it back to Sleepy Hollow all the time, right? So let's have the shipyard. There's the small shipyard. Must be built on coast, enables you to build small trading and small warships. Let's build it here. And there we got it. For 10,000. It's incredible, really. And there we have the ships. Small warship costs me 20,000. A freighter costs me 8,000. So, yeah, we need money. And we need a lot of money. I'm selling already 3 goods here. I can sell even more. I can sell a bit of coal. I could sell a bit of salt, perhaps. Or fish. Actually, I could sell fish. Let's sell the fish. In Sleepy Hollow, what do we have as surplus here? We have cider, a lot of that. Let's sell. Not much though, only a bit always, so that it's not getting out of control. A bit of stone we could sell. And that's basically it for now. We still have some 6 tons of tools. Let's build some more peasants up here. And also, since we have a lot of wood, I would like to continue with more houses. Right, so another district is being born here right now. And there we have it. Whole new district coming out of nothing. I love that. And we're just going to add some roads to it. And that's more money coming in into our tiny town so far. But as we can see, it's growing, and boy, it's going to grow. Now, my flagship on the way for the Sultan, for the Richard Northburg. And while that is happening, we might start with the production here, but, and that's a huge but, I don't have a ship to trade those goods then to Sleepy Hollow. So we need to wait with my liquor production until we have a bit of money to start building our fleet. And that is something we can do now in the next episode. Stay tuned.